Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today's video is going to be just a quick little YouTube over how to contour your face. Just kidding, it's not. We're going to do our writing prompt for expository. I pulled all of these prompts from Mr. McDonald's book that he gave me, and it basically goes over a whole bunch of prompts that you're gonna see possibly from past STAR tests. So the first one he had in his book was this one. I want you to go ahead and make sure that your name is at the top. Hold on, let me pull it up. I escuchi. Okay. All right. First name, last name. That's what I want to see. Okay. Remember that this box right here, we don't like it. It confuses us. Don't. Okay? It says, think about all the things you have learned about during your life. That's not what you're writing about. Above, think, put, not writing. Louie, are you kidding me? You just went outside. About. Okay? What you are going to write about is this stuff in the box right here. It says, write about something you have learned. So I'm gonna get my highlighter. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna get a pen so that you can do it with a pencil. Something you have learned, okay? And explain why it is important to you, okay? This can be anything you've learned. Learning how to play baseball, learning how to play basketball, learning how to do the dishes, learning how to do math, learning how to do writing, learning how to do reading, learning how to do just a lesson you've learned in life, okay? So then you're gonna turn your paper over, and you're gonna split it in half, right? First top part is your donut, bottom part is gonna be your 3, 2, 1 section, okay? 1, 2, 3. There's something underneath here. Hold on, please. Ugh, that little tiny thing. Okay, y'all can still see it, right? Yes. All right, in this middle part right here is where your prompt is gonna go. This is also gonna be your central idea. All right, that's what you need to know there. This is where your central idea is coming from. Something you've learned, and explain why it is important to you. So in this middle part, you're gonna put something you can put something I have learned. Okay? Around here is where you're going to put all the things that you have learned, whether they're lessons that you've learned in life or actual legit things that you do in everyday life. So I'm going to put how to multiply. I'm going to put how to play soccer. How to cross stitch. How to put together an arrangement. Okay, I've also learned a lot of hard life lessons, such as family is first. Okay, I've also learned to save money. I've also learned to be nice. I've also learned how to teach. I had to learn how to do that, okay? The easiest way to do this is to think about all the things that you know how to do, okay? And then write them in the middle part here. I'm going to talk about how I learned that family is first, okay? You're not going to write about the same thing as me. I swear to the sweet Lord baby Jesus, if I pick up your paper and you chose the same thing as me, you and I are going to fight, all right? Family is first is what I'm going to write about. Any of these other things are what you can write about, but you have to tell me why That's the big thing I want you to tell me. Why is it important to you? You're not going to tell me how you learned it, okay? Why it is important. That's what you're writing about, okay? All right, next you're going to come down here to your 1, 2, 3 organizer. 1 topic, 2 details, and 3 supporting details. So my topic is family is first. Remember, this is your section that you are jotting. You're just writing 3 to 9 words in these boxes. You are not writing complete sentences yet, Darius Moore. You are writing just a couple of words, okay? Just to get your ideas out of your brain and onto the paper. I'm gonna give you 2 reasons of why well, first of all, hold on, let's go back. Write about something you have learned and explain why it is important to you. So here, I'm gonna tell you what I learned, and here I'm gonna tell you why, okay? I'm gonna tell you how I learned it, I'm gonna tell you why it's important to me. The first way I learned that family is first is when, I'm gonna get honest with y'all here, when my mom left our family, okay? That's how I learned to put family first. Why is it important to me? Because my dad, comma, sister, comma, and capital I had to stick together. Okay? All right. Here's the deal. The old white dudes don't know if your story is true. They're not going to come back to me and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, was this story true about what you learned?" They don't care. So if you want to get honest with me, you can lie on here. You can put whatever you think is going to be a good story, okay? This does not have to be true for you. My higher thinkers, my group that you know you're GT and you know that you can think outside of the box, this can be an absolute, complete, made-up lie, okay? But you have to be able to craft it well. Is it okay to lie? No. But the old white dudes don't know your life story. So this could be a lie, this could not be a lie. If you want to know, you can come ask me and we can have that conversation. But that's what I'm putting on my paper. So the thing I learned is that family is first. How I learned it is when my mom left our family. Why is it important to me? Because my sister, my dad, and I had to stick together. So here's how my mom left our family. So Cass graduated, my sister. Mom moved. Okay. Then she told Dad about new life, and then we didn't speak to her for 3 years. Okay? You don't have to go as deep as this. You can tell me how you learned to multiply, and you can give me how you learned to multiply, and then you can tell me why is it important. This side is why, this side is how. Okay? No, you're not going outside. Okay? So I gave you how I learned family is first. My mom left our family. The first thing that happened was Cass graduated high school and my mom moved. Then she called my dad one day and told him about her new life. And then we basically cut her out and we didn't speak to her for 3 years. Okay, remember, is this a lie? Who knows? Is this the truth? Who knows? If you want to know, you can come ask me. All right? Why is it important to me? Because my dad, my sister, and I had to stick together. Okay? Why is family first important to me? Because my family will always love me unconditionally. Okay? They will stand up for me. And build me up. Okay? And you can lean on each other in hard times. Okay? All right. So now I've got my planning page done. I've chosen my topic. I have given myself 2 details. I've given myself 3 supporting details. Now that I've done all of this, I'm gonna go, you don't want that paper yet, to this page, okay? My friends who use their blank graphic organizers, you know where to find those. I printed off a cajillion of them and they're in that box, okay? You need to make sure that your planning page and where you draw your rough draft are kind of close to each other so you can refer back to it easily. Once again, my sweet little darlings, you are not reinventing the wheel. Everything you wrote up here is going to be transferred down to here just with more detail. All right, so let's get started. Do I have a black marker? But I have a gray one. Okay. Ugh. Ooh, look at this new marker. I love a new marker. New markers make me happy. Okay. Opening central idea, conclusion. Detail number 1, detail number 2. Supporting detail number 1, supporting detail number 1. Supporting detail number 2, supporting detail number 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, this is detail number 1. Detail number 2. This is your opening / central idea. This is your conclusion. Okay? All right, good. Y'all can see everything. I'm going to do these in different colors so that you can see the difference in all of the sections and it doesn't just look like one big jumbled up color. I am going to begin thinking about if I want to let y'all do things in different colors because I think it helps y'all to see it, okay? But I don't know that you're responsible enough to handle that. A lot of times y'all jack around if I give y'all extra things. So we can have that conversation as a group later, all right? All right. Sorry, I had to get some water. We're going to get started with our opening and our central idea. I need to make sure that I restate the prompt in my central idea, and I also pull in my family is first topic. Instead of doing my typical opening, I'm going to do something a little bit different, okay? I am going to use a quote. Instead of a quote like my family has actually said, I'm going to use a quote that everyone says to start off with. I'm going to write through this box because it's nonsense. You can do the same as long as you can see it. They say, friends come and go, but family, family is forever. I learned this lesson the hard way. And I can tell you it is true. Okay? This is a higher level way of combining both of your things without having to have clear opening, clear central idea. The old white dudes love this. Okay? Whenever you can combine it in a creative way like this, they eat it up like it's spaghetti. I'm going to read it again for you just so you can hear it. They say friends come and go, comma, but family is forever. I learned this lesson the hard way, and I can tell you it is true. Okay? So I included learned. I told you my topic. Okay? And I'm going to explain why. If you can't handle that, if that's too much, I'm going to turn this over so that you can see it. You can write an opening like this if it needs to be simple. You could start out with a question. Have you ever had to learn something so hard you never thought you would master it? Question mark, because it's starting with have you, okay? The lesson, or you could say, I learned blank, 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 okay? That family always comes first. Okay, this would be your opening. This little part right here. Question mark on is your opening. This would be your central idea. Okay. Have you ever had to learn something so hard you never thought you would master it? I learned that family always comes first, okay? That's the easiest way to do your opening and your central idea. If that's what you need, if doing something like this is too hard, then go with the easy way, okay? Don't rethink the wheel. Remember, your composition is only 25% of your grade. If you get 2 1s on this and you get 3 questions right on your revising, but you get all 22 questions correct on your editing, you meet. And honestly, you almost master. So don't stress. I'm not worried about it. You're not worried about it. Nobody's worried about it, okay? But this is a way to go from like a 2 to a 3, a 3 to a 4, all right? So I'm going to start off with my purple to do this section. Blue will be here, red will be at the bottom. So remember, where it says detail number 1 and detail number 2 is where you're going to put the first reason, blah, blah, blah. Over here is where you're going to put the second reason, blah, blah, blah. Actually, you can put the first reason and you can put the second reason. But I'm going to go a little bit further than this because remember I told you that this is your how and this is your why. So I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm actually going to draw a line because that's not how I want to start my thing, okay? You can put the first reason is blah, 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 blah. The second reason is blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to do that. I want to do it a different way. I learned the hard lesson of family comes first when my mom left our family. period. Then I'm going to give you my 3 details. Okay? This side is going to kind of sound like a story, but this side is my why. How, why. It all started when my sister graduated high school. My mom, period. My mom, make sure you're not doing run-ons, starting your sentences with capitals. My mom took a nursing job in, I'm going to put SD for South Dakota, and disappeared. Period. Okay? That's my first one here. Second detail. One day, comma, my mom called my dad and told him about her new life. She wasn't coming back. Okay? I know this is a little deep, but if you can connect it to yourself personally, it's a big deal for them, and they love it. They'll give you a 4 if you can make them intrigued like this, okay? My dad, sister, and I were left alone to figure it out. We decided to stick together, and we didn't speak to my mom for 3 years. Okay? This is my how I learned it, and this is my why it's important. All right? Transferring over to the other one. Remember, lie, not a lie. Who knows? Is it true? I don't. Do you? If you want to know, you have to come ask. Okay? But remember, the old white news are not going to come ask you. They're just going to read it and assume that it is true. You can lie your face off here, and you can make the best story and make them cry. Okay? It's up to you, though. You can tell me a true story or you can tell me a lie, as long as you can support it like this. If you can't support it like this, if you can't come up with a story like this, don't even try. Okay? So this was my how. This is my why. All right? Why is learning the lesson that family is first is important to me. This taught me to rely on my family even more. Because I will have them forever. Period. Okay? Then I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons. This lesson is important to me because my family will, oh, no period there, will always love me unconditionally, comma, just like we still loved our mom. Okay? Reason number 2, they will stand up for me and build me up. While my mom was gone,